once again, thank you guys for coming and participating in CGI's Pamper Party. We'd also like to thank our wonderful vendors. And thank you guys for bringing your beautiful daughters and being a part of this wonderful experience. I've been walking around and speaking to some of the girls, and they feel really good. And it's nice for us to be a part of things like this. But I'd like to introduce Ms. Georgia Woodbine to come and speak. She's one of the world's leading authorities in personal and professional development, and she will be up here shortly. Can we have a hand for Ms. Georgia? Come on, girl, looking all good. Got the black on.
How's everybody doing this evening? Everybody look like they're having a good time. All right. Well, as she said, my name is Georgia Woodbine. I'm an author, speaker, and I don't call myself a life coach. I call myself a lifestyle transformation coach because I'm about transforming lives. It's my pleasure to be here tonight. I am so glad to be here for the grand opening for Complete Girls. Let's give her a hand for Complete Girls, the team that put this all together. An organization dedicated to shaping the lives of our young women. Thank you. Thank you. You know, as a young woman growing up in today's world, you realize that what's important to you at 12 years old is different when you're 15. It changes. When you're 15, what's important to you is different when you're 18 because you're growing and you're changing. As you grow, so does your point of view. And so does your life goals. What I'm getting at is when you go through different stages in life, you realize that you are becoming older, you're becoming more mature, you're becoming wiser. It's so important to surround yourself with positive people, people that's going to deposit something positive into your life. You have the power to create what you choose. A great man once said, whether you believe you can't or you can, you're right. Because it's the power of your mind. Your mind is what tells you what you can create and what you can't create. Could it be the visionary, a leader, a man with a dream that left his legacy and influenced millions of people around this world to come together and strengthen communities worldwide and have his birthday celebrated and recognized as a national holiday? That man is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Could it be the prolific author, civil rights activist that inspired her words of wisdom? Still I rise. That woman is Maya Angelou. Could it be that 19-year-old sophomore in college, our first African-American anchor in Nashville, to later become the queen of media and North America's first African-American multi-billionaire and influence millions of people across this world? That woman is Oprah Winfrey. Could it be the passion, the dynamic, courageous man to accept the challenge to walk in his greatness and make American history as our first African American president and give millions of people across this nation the hope that all things are possible? That man is former President Barack Obama. Could it be the grace, the intelligence, the lawyer, the health advocate, and role model for women? That woman is former First Lady Obama. Can I tell you something? There are a lot of First Ladies in this room. A lot of First Ladies in this room that has been given a gift from God. We are all unique. We are all authentic. We are all beautiful. We are all gifted. We are all powerful. We are all people. So, how you choose to use your gift is up to you. How many people in this room know what their gift is? Do you know what your gift is? All right. So as I had to bring that up because as we go on to celebrate Black History Month, that should be a constant reminder to all of us that all things are possible. You can have dreams. You can have visions. You can have goals. You can be what you want. You can do what you want. You can have what you want. You can live where you want. It's all up to you. Never let people come in between you and your dream. Never let people come between you and their dream. Why do you think people come in between you and your dream? Because they never had the courage to pursue their own. So they tell you, oh, you can't do that. You can't be that. You can't have that. I don't accept that. I don't accept that. Everything begins with the seed that you plant in your mind. As I said before, if you think you can, you will. If you think you can't, you won't. What do you believe that you have the power to create, that you have the power to do? And to all these young girls and young women here today, you are beautiful. You are worthy. You are valuable. Dreams do come true. Continue to believe. Continue to dream. Continue to have goals. Continue to take action. Continue to surround yourself with positive people that can mentor you and guide you and empower you and inspire you and motivate you. Now, I want everybody to stand up right now because we're going to get some energy in the room. Come on, let's get up. Let's get up right now. What we're going to do right now is we're about to get some affirmation going on right now. So I want you to repeat after me. I am happy.
I am happy.
I am free.
I am free.
I am success.
I am success.
Success is me.
Success is me.
Come on, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I am happy.
I am happy.
I am free.
I am free.
I am success.
I am success.
Success is me.
Success is
I'm going to give y'all one more chance. Come on, I want you to say it like you mean it. I want you to say it from the gut. I want you to say it like you believe it. I am happy.
I am happy.
I am free.
I am free.
I am success.
I am success.
Success is me.
Success is me.
Thank you. Give yourselves a hand. You can have a seat. You can have a seat. I just want to share a quick little story about me. When I was 13 years old, I started my first business. I did business cards. Then I started my second business when I was about 19. I did flyers. I would go into little pizza shops and Chinese restaurants and say, do you need a new menu? So I believe that entrepreneurship is something that's in you. It starts at a very young age. And we have to mentor our children. If you see something in your child, you want to help them to have that grow. You want to build that so that they can become who they were created to be. I was 21 when I started my third business, G&J Consulting Services, where my girlfriend and I, we would write back panel copies for books for HarperCollins Publishing. Then, when I was 35, I worked at Hot 97, and I worked for Black Enterprise magazine, and everybody was like, oh, you're in the entertainment. So I automatically became a business manager, working for artists. And then, when I was about 37, I realized that God gave me the gift to write. How many times you don't realize that you have a gift inside you that you haven't used, something that comes so natural to you? It's a natural ability. It's something you don't have to get paid for it because it's something that you know that you can do. It's just that gift. So one day I started writing these bios and doing all this stuff, and then all of a sudden, I remember I had a dream, and I remember myself sitting on my toilet with my head down, crying out to God, God, what's going on in my life? What's happening? Why are things not falling into place? I'm sure, have any of you had some things happen in your life where you're like, when is things gonna finally turn around? When are things gonna finally change? When is my finances gonna change? When is my bank account gonna change? I've been there, and I remember I cried out to God, and I said, God, give me a sign. Give me a sign. And I remember a week later, I am sitting in this dark room all alone by myself. This is a vision I had. And as I'm sitting outside, it's raining and it's thundering, and I'm looking outside this room and I'm thinking, I'm alone in this room all by myself. Have you ever felt alone? Can't reach out to friends, can't reach out to family, can't reach out to no one. You just feel like you're all by yourself. And I said, God, give me a sign, give me a sign. And I remember in that, it was a vision, but it was a dream. And I looked out that window, and all that rain that was coming down, it started to get sunny outside. And it started to get really bright. And as I looked up into the sky, I see a mountaintop going up into the sky. And I see this form figure, and all it does is it hands me something like this in slow motion, very slow. And as I look, I open up my hands and I look, and it's a letter. And the letter said, do not fret nor worry. Everything you're going through is a test right now. I will grant you the desires of your heart. That was the first time that I could ever recall that I had a dream, that I got a message. So I just want to encourage all of you. We all go through different things at different stages in our life. But let me tell you something. The sky is a limit. And anything you ask God for, He always gives it to you. He always gives it to you. It might not be the way you expect it. May not be the way you're looking for it to come, but it always comes. And it's bigger, and it's better, and it's greater than you can ever imagine. So I just want to continue to give you guys some inspiration. Thank you.